Hi there. This video that we're about to do is a training video to show you a sampling of what you can do with the plotter module. The plotter module is an add-on for Construction Maestro. Currently, the price is $500 for the add-on, and you do need to have Microsoft Office Visio, that's VISIO, or no, not or, but the version number should be 2007 or greater. Okay, so anyways, Visio 2007 or greater. All right, but this lesson is just to show you, we have a basic building here. I'm going to go over and we're going to look at gable side one here. Now, let's say that we wanted to spruce this building up. Well, Maestro, when it draws a garage door, it just draws panels. And then you see we got that nice 9 light 2-panel door there. I want to put a gable end porch over top of the door, and I want to put I don't know, maybe some sunburst grill windows in the overhead door. Of course, Maestro doesn't do that, so that's where the add-in comes in. Now, the add-in does a lot more than just allow you to add extra things to your drawing, or bells and whistles to your drawing. What it allows you to do is also scale your drawing. So if you have a plotter or you have some type of large format, 11 by 17, or a roll plotter where you can print out 24 by 36 D-size paper, then you can scale multiple drawings to put on the same layout page. Now, this is what I'm going to show you today in this video. Okay, I already ran the estimate. I chose print nothing, just view. So right now we're inside of Construction Maestro. You're seeing the Excel environment here. You hit return and you can go to post layout. You can go to the material list. So you can view all of these different things. Okay, but we're going to go back to gable 1, final elevation. I'm going to send this over to Plotter now. So I hit copy image to Plotter module. And by hitting that, what it does is it automatically launches Visio and then the module that we have in the system to do the extra drawing in scaling. Okay, now notice this comes up a security warning. So I'm glad it did, because if you're getting this, you need to make sure you hit enable macros. Now you can call our support team and we can get that turned off for you, or maybe we should just make another video on how to turn that off. Okay, but that's just another lesson. So right now, just make sure you hit enable macros if you're getting that. Now notice a form comes up, says scale settings. What do we want to scale this drawing to? Okay, so I am going to choose 1/4 inch equals 1 foot. I'm going to say okay. And then it's going to drop this now onto our layout page. Now, my layout page that I have right now is D-size paper. So it's a 24 by 36 roll plotter paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this pointer tool right here. And if you don't have the tools out here that you need for drawing, these are the drawing tools: rectangle, ellipse, straight line, an arc, a curve, squiggly line you can do anything with, and the pencil, which is very powerful when you're drawing. Okay. All right. So now back to our drawing. I like this pan and zoom window, and I like the size and position window. How you get those is you come up here to view. You may have a newer version of Visio, and if you do, that's okay. You can still go to, I believe there's just a different tab name for it, but it will also have the pan and zoom, the size and position. And what's nice about the newer versions is we can make a custom ribbon. And in that custom ribbon, we can put all the Maestro tools, everything that we'd ever use with the plotter module could be in just that one ribbon. Okay, but right now older versions don't allow you to do that. So if If you want to see the pan and zoom, you just select it here. Now I took it away, I want it back. I'm going to choose pan and zoom, and I'm going to choose size and position. Okay. Now I'm going to click on this here, and I'm going to move that way up here. And we're going to blow this up. This is why I like pan and zoom. So we blow this up, and I can then take this square over here, and I can look at our door. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to add some windows to this overhead door. To get to those, I go to File, Shapes, and I'm going to open a stencil. When I go to open the stencil, okay, I have some shapes in here, or I can just go right straight to stencils. Now I created a folder, a shortcut folder called Maestro Related. If I click on that, that takes me into this path right here. See, Program Files, Maestro, /subsystem, /plotter, /stencils. Okay, these are all pre-drawn stencils that I did. Most of them are in 1/4 inch scale. But you can come in here and you can look through these. These all come with the plotter module, by the way. Okay, and I'm going to go down to, I think I got them called Wayne Dalton lights. So I'm going to go down here to the W's. There they are. So Wayne Dalton was the brand name of a door I used to use. And so I went and took and drew all of the lights that they had available in their catalog. So I'm going to open that. As you can see, it opened right here. Okay, now I think it's the Sherwood or the Williamsburg that I want. The Sherwood, when you drag it out, drops in just like this. Then when you let go of it, you can stretch it to fit your door. Pull it down a little. There we go, just like that. All right, so now I have that over top of my my door. All right, now I'm going to come over here to this service door here, and I'm going to put a gable end porch over it. I have to remember where I put them, but I have some porches. I don't remember where they are. Let me see if they're in here. They're not. So I'm going to go back up to File, Shapes, Open Stencils. I'm going to go in there, and I think it's called Gable Porch, Deluxe Porches, Eve Porches, Gable Ends, Gable Porches. I think it's under. There they are. Okay. So inside of here, what I did is I drew 2 different elevations, one for the side view and one for the front view. Now, notice though that this particular one I'm getting ready to drag out says it's a burgundy porch. I don't want burgundy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come into another page here. I've got one called page 5 right here that I work on right here with stuff. And I got page 6. I'm going to go ahead and drag this burgundy porch out. And I'm going to set it in here just like this. I'm going to blow this pan and zoom up and move over to it. Now, when you want to change the color on this porch, you have to explode the view, so to speak. You got to remember that this porch is a group of many lines and rectangles and so on, shapes, different sorts of shapes. They're all grouped together as one. When you create a stencil, when you drag something into the stencil, it creates a group out of it. So all we need to do is ungroup it. Now there's a couple ways to do this. I like keyboard commands. So if you hit Shift Control U as in uniform, it'll break it apart. Or you can come up here to Construction Maestro, Shapes, Ungroup. Okay, so you got a command there as well. So I'm just going to go Shift Control U. See, now it says this action will server the objects listed to its master. Yeah, great. Say OK. Now notice everything is now in parts. So I'm going to let go of that with the pointer tool. I'll go up here and click this pointer tool. I click in the white space here. Now, if I hold my Shift key down, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this one first, and I'm going to hold my Shift key down and click on the other one. So now what I've done is I've selected the fascia, the 2 side pieces of fascia so far. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Construction Maestro, Get Metal Company Colors, And whatever your default metal company is, will load first, but we're going to load metal sales. And I believe it's charcoal is what we're dealing with. So I'm going to select that, and I am going to change that to charcoal. Then I'm going to come in here, click the pointer tool, and click on this shaded area that's maroon right now, and I'm going to click on it. Not on the line, but on the shaded area. I'm going to click on that, go to Construction Maestro, get metal company colors, and I want metal sales again, and we're going to choose ash gray. Okay, so now we've got this porch. Now, right now this is white. I think we should make this ash gray and this ash gray and that ash gray. So whatever, however you're going to custom wrap, so you can do whatever you want as far as how you want to shade this thing. I'm going to make it all charcoal. That's what I'm going to do. There we go. There, that looks great. Okay. So now what you do is make sure you're on the pointer tool here. And I take my mouse down here. I am going to hold the left clicker down on my mouse. I'm just going to drag. And I let go of it, and it highlights everything. Okay. Now, I just come over it. See the crosshairs all of a sudden? When you see the crosshairs come up, just left click and drag the whole thing right into your stencil. And it's saying, hey, this is read-only right now. Do you want to edit the stencil? Yes. So I can come in here now and say metal sales, charcoal, and ash gray. Here we go. And now when I hit this little symbol right here, it'll save it. Here we go. Now it's saved. So now anytime I need it, I just drag it out. Hey, if I need more than one, drag another one out. See how simple and easy this is? All right, so now I'm going to go back to my layout page. There's the door that we wanted to put a gable porch over. So I'm going to take this one right here, and I'm going to drag it out, and I am going to drop it right into my drawing, and I'm going to let go of it, and now I'm going to arrow key it over. Now, if you hold your shift key down and arrow over, it moves smaller increments at a time. Okay, so we got her set where we want her. Let's zoom out. Now take a look and see what we got. Oh man, that's looking so much better. Okay. All right, now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull out a side view. So I'm going to go back to Maestro, and I am going to look at Eve 2. There it is. Okay. And I'm going to copy that to the plotter module. 1/4 inch scale. I'm going to say OK. And I'm going to put this right here. I'll move it up a little. I like putting them in line, making sure they're in line with each other. So what you can do is you can draw a rectangle. I go like this. Draw that rectangle and then click on this and just move it up until you know you're on the rectangle. Then I go back to pointer tool, click, delete. Okay. So now there's those. Okay, now I'm going to go in and I am going to put the side view of that porch in. We know we don't have that color, so I'm going to come back over to page 6 over here, and I'm going to drag out the side view. We got a problem though. The problem is that side is on the wrong side. It's opposite. It needs to be flipped. So your options are Construction Maestro, Shapes, Flip Horizontal, or the keyboard command, Shift Control H. I think it is. Nope, that's not it. It's, oh, I know what it is. It's Control H. Control H. There it is, a flip. Okay. All right. So you can memorize keyboard commands or put a little cheat sheet by your computer. Just remember, Shift Control U is ungroup. Shift Control H is flip. Okay. Shift Control C is copy. Yeah, or I shouldn't say Shift Control. Control C is copy. Control V is in victory or Victor is paste, and then Control Z as in Zulu is undo. Okay. All right. So now that we've got this, what do we got to do next? We got to break it apart. Shift Control U. Okay. It's now broke apart. I'm going to hold the shift key down now and select the different parts of the trim. And this metal roof up here is going to be charcoal as well, so I'll select it. So the whole thing is charcoal. So we're going to come in here, select charcoal. Oh, I did forget the green. So I'm going to hold, there we go. We highlight it there. I'm going to go back. See, it's kind of a pain when you're changing metal companies. In Maestro, whatever the default metal company is, that's the one that loads first. And in this particular database I'm in, Whirlwind is the default database. So I'm going to go back to charcoal and change that over. That looks great, and that pole was charcoal too. We could have done that at the same time, but I forgot. So we're in metal sales and charcoal, and there we go. Voila. All right, I am going to click on this pointer tool, hold my left clicker down, just drag over the whole thing. Make sure you get it all covered. And then when you bring your mouse over it, as soon as you see the crosshairs, there they are. See them? Hold your left clicker down, drag it in. And I'm going to call this one Metal Sales Charcoal. Okay. Now I can go back to the layout page, and I am going to drop that little bugger right in here somewhere. So I'm going to do is I'm going to blow it up so I can see it good. And I'm going to draw a rectangle down here so that we know we're in line. Move that rectangle down a little bit. And hold the shift key. There we go. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to click that. And we're going to move it up until we know we're there. Right there, that way. We'll move it horizontally. There we go. That looks great. All right, now we're going to get rid of that rectangle. There you go. All right, then we're going to pull it back like so. Okay. Now you've got that view. We're going to put the Sherwoods back in here. So we're going to go over here to Wayne Dalton Lights. I want the Sherwood. We're going to drop that in right there. Just going to pull on it. We're going to pull it down. And that looks pretty good. I'm going to move it a little to the left. There we go. All right, so we've got that side done. Okay. Now, if you really want to get fancy, there's other things we can do. We could have had a window right here. Let's say we had a window right there. Let's pretend there was a window on that side. Well, you know what? Let's just see if there's one on the opposite side. Let's look E1. Yeah, good. We got windows right there. We're going to send those over now. So copy to Visio, or the plotter module, 1/4 inch scale, say okay. All right, great. So we're going to pull this one down, and we're going to put that right there. Now, we're going to grab that. We're going to Control C for copy, Control V for paste. The only problem is we got to flip it. Do you remember the key? Control H. There you go. And then we're just going to move that one over. We're going to blow it up so we can see it. Makes it tough when it's far away. I'm going to grab a rectangle. I'm going to draw a rectangle right here. We're going to move the rectangle up, make sure we're in line. There we are. I'm just going to move this over. There we go. And I'm going to move it down a little until we touch the rectangle. There we are. Okay. And there it is. All right. But those windows, let's say your windows are a little fancier than this. Let's say you wanted grills. Now, Maestro draws shutters too, but you can draw fancier shutters in here and save them in a stencil. Sometimes I like the 2-panel shutters better than I do the louvers that we draw in Maestro. So what I could do is I could pull out something like this, okay, or I'll take it back. I got a shutter drawn here too, so we want grills. So I'm going to pull this out, set this right on top of that. Maestro doesn't draw grills, okay? But if you're still wanting to give your customer this fancy drawing, And we can. So I'm going to set that one right there. Now look at that. So now you've got grills, and it wasn't that hard to do. They're already drawn. I'm going to pull this shutter out and drop it right there. And I'm going to drop this other one right there. And I'll let go of it. I'm going to blow it up, make sure it's in line. Let's see here. Yeah, this one could go over a little, so I'm going to hold my shift key down a little bit. There we go. I'll move this one over a little bit. There we go. Now remember, we want to explode this. So I'm going to grab this, this, and this. Use the pointer tool. I'm going to drag this down to here. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this one, Shift Control U. I'm going to break it apart. I'm going to click on this one, Shift Control, whoops, Shift Control U. I did a Z. There you go. All right, so I've got those now emptied out. So I'm going to click on this, hold the Shift key down, this outer ring, this outer ring, this one, this one. I think I can get that one and that one. Construction Maestro. Get Metal Company colors. We're going to go to metal sales. And then we're going to scroll down to charcoal. There we go. I want to maximize this. I accidentally hit something to minimize it. All right, so there's our window. So we're going to come back here. We're going to click the pointer tool. We're going to highlight it. I'm going to drag that whole thing back into the windows now. And we're going to call it Metal Sales, MS, Charcoal Shutters. 4040 window. Okay, just a way to identify it. Then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to hit Save. See there? Now it's there forever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back now and I'm going to drag that in. I think I'll drop that right, and just all we're doing is just overlaying what's there. So you pop the window in Maestro so that it gets the trims and everything else I need for the metal, but then Maestro didn't draw fancy enough for you because we draw a basic barn, which works great for most. And we're going to draw this and just drag this one right in now. We're going to overlay that right there. We're going to pull it down, back up a little. I'm going to hold my shift key. Yeah, the video is getting big here. It's starting to slow down a tad. All right, so there we go. There we go. We've got it. Okay. Look at there. All right, so this is your lesson on how to do some of these things. We'll have future lessons on how to draw shapes, but I just wanted to kind of give you a preview of some of the things that you can do with the plotter module. You can really spruce up a drawing. We have brick. I mean, there's tons of stuff in here. So you could put brick on the facade. You could do, let's see here. We got shapes. We've got open a stencil. I've drawn dormers, 8-12 dormers. So if you looked at these dormers here, you can see I've drawn all kinds of them. This, of course, is not a steep enough pitch for those dormers. But you can see when you drag one out, you see what it looks like there. Okay, then you can change the color and do whatever you want with it. And if we had a steeper pitch, we could drop that, right in here, of course. And then, of course, the rough line would go up higher. And you could do it in sets too. You could do this, paste, move it up to where you're in line. Then do another one like so. Of course, remember, I probably shouldn't even be doing this right now because these are going over top of the rough, and I told you already that what I was trying to show you is that you could group these together. So I'm going to pull that one over to there. Let's say that you had your spacing down. This is something that you did for this size building all the time. Something you're doing over and over and over again. So that you don't have to keep pulling these things out, lining them up where they go, and so on. You can pull the whole set in. So you could click on this one, and this one, and we'll drag the whole thing in. Okay. Now we've got a set, so you could call that set whatever you wish. They're already spaced out for whatever length building that you created them for. Just remember, you can come out here and just drop them right into place, and all three of them will be there just like that. Okay. So, anyways, just a rundown. I can highlight all of them at the same time and delete them. There you go. All right. You can do borders. You can do trees. You can do hip porches. There's tons of things you can do in here. Let's see here. We're going to go shapes, open stencils. Let's go down and look for something we can look at here. Farm. We even have silos, believe it or not. We had somebody that needed help with a silo. Here's fence. So we're going to open fence. Look at this. You can drag fence. I have dog ear fence that you can drag right into your drawing. Wherever you're wanting to put it. Okay. So you've got fence, you've got split rail cedar, got a starter here. You can change the color of it to whatever you want. Okay. And all right, so we got trees, bushes. So I can come back in here and go shapes, open stencils, and let's go to stencils. Trees are in here somewhere. I have stairs. I've got tons of stuff here. Trees. So I can pull a tree like this into here if I wanted. Okay. Or I can pull trees like this in and drop them into place. Okay, wherever you want them. You might have just, you kind of landscaping the thing just to spruce up your drawing. You can even go in here and do the scribble. You can click on this right here. You can start drawing pathways, whatever. Guys limit on this. Okay. So I just wanted to bring this up. You can put your logo on this. You can border it. There's just tons of things you can do. Okay, so this is the end of this video. I just wanted to let you know what you can do. And yes, you can send it as a PDF, or you can print it out right out of Visio. And it's a scale drawing. Okay, so any size layout page, whatever you want to create, you can draw whatever scale you want for your stencils too. I draw everything in 1/4 inch scale or 1/8 inch scale, and then sometimes I do both. Okay, so if you got any questions, you can call us back at Simon Systems, the makers of Construction Maestro, and I hope that this video has been helpful. Thank you for tuning in.